Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Professor Natalie Games. I'm Dr. Natalie Van Dusen, a professor at the University of Alberta, and I am here reacting to God of War Ragnarok with gameplay footage by the always amazing Cleansed in Fire. So let's dive back in. We had just encountered the Norns with Kratos and Freya, and yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. So let's do it.
Now tell me of this power Heimdall wields. He sees the future.
More like he reads the person, sees their intention.
My intent will be to kill him. Knowing that will be no advantage.
Brother, this is no one to underestimate. Any move you make, he'll have seen it coming. If you must face him, we need something else. An edge. Humor me?
Very well. We will ask the dwarves.
Ah, the inevitable asking of the dwarves.
Excuse me, sir. Could I have a moment of your time? Oh dear, what's to be done?
What is it you want?
It has come to my attention that Nithog has been slain, and as a result, her offspring have been let loose into the Nine Realms.
What of it?
Unfortunately, without a proper role model to supervise them, the little rascals are certain to fall to mischief. In time, said mischief could culminate in nothing less than their devouring of the Nine Realms entirely. In order to avoid such a grisly fate, I'd like you to bring the Lindwyrms to me. I believe I can act as a satisfactory paternal figure in their upbringing. You'll find the specimens gnawing on tears throughout the realms. Use this device to safely store them, bring them back to me, and I promise I'll make it worth your while.
You mean to say you'd raise them by yourself?
Indeed. I have no small experience managing extreme personalities. Compared to wrestling with my emotions in the most literal of senses, I dare say raising a handful of Lindwyrms will be a walk in the park. Anyhow, was there something else you wish to talk about?
About Nithog. You should know. We had no choice. It was Odin's doing.
Oh, I am very well aware indeed of the alleged All-Father's role in this tragedy. Sadly, there's no expecting him to clean up after himself. Not all gods showed the interest that you do in righting past wrongs. I do hope you're able to locate those Lindwyrms. Good luck to you. Well, I mustn't keep you further from your goings-on.
So I know I talked about this when we first encountered Ratatoskr, but that is kind of the role of the squirrel, Ratatoskr, in the mythology, is that he runs up and down the tree, and he kind of carries insults from Nidhogg at the bottom to the eagle at the top. And so I really like this kind of take on it, and I think it's really adorable that he's going to kind of take on Nidhogg's children, the Lindwyrms, and I also really like that he has these various personalities, and that anxious squirrel talk so much is something I can personally relate a lot to, sort of the manifestation of one's own anxiety.
You're back. They're back.
Simmer down. I see them.
I have news.
Oh. Did the Norns tell you how to get Atreus back? Do we have a plan?
The Norns say Atreus will be killed by Heimdall. The plan is to kill Heimdall first.
Oh, wow. Okay, Heimdall. Let's see. Never loses, sees everything coming, unpopular at parties. This won't be easy.
Whatever his advantages, I will overwhelm him with my own.
That's the idea. You gotta overpopulate his senses, see? And I got just the thing in mind to help you do it. Sindri, go get Draupnir.
Draupnir? But we need it. Our supplies.
Oh, we got plenty. And to spare.
Even if we did, Draupnir's no weapon. Why would a... Oh. You mean we combine it with...
That's right.
And then when he... It'll go... Damn you, that's brilliant. Very well. I suppose there's nothing to do, but... Go fetch Draupnir.
Yeah, so Draupnir is indeed something that we find in the mythology in both Snorri's Prose Edda as well as we have it referenced in the Poetic Edda. In Snorri's Prose Edda, in a section called Skaldskaparmal, or the language of poetry, there's a section where he is kind of recounting some myths with the purpose of explaining certain poetic language. And in this part, he talks about the treasures that the dwarves made for the gods. He starts off by talking about how they made Sif's golden hair after Loki cut off her hair as a prank and then had to go and solve that problem that he caused, consistent with the Norse crisis flowchart that I've referred to in the past. And they talk about some other treasures that are made by the dwarves Brok and Atri during the time where Loki turns himself into a fly and pesters them. And one of the things that they managed to make at this time is the ring called Draupnir. And it says that even though Loki, as a fly, returned and settled on Brok's neck, and this time it bit twice as hard, still Brok continued to pump until the smith took from the forge a gold ring, the one called Draupnir. So we also have a reference to Draupnir at Baldur's funeral, kind of an earlier section of the Prose Edda. So at his funeral pyre, Odin puts Draupnir with Baldur as he's sending him to the afterlife. And in the Poetic Edda, there seems to be a reference to Draupnir in a poem called Skirtnesmál, or the Lay of Skirtnir. This is the poem in which Freyr sends his servant Skirtnir to basically bully the giantess Gerður into marrying Freyr with a series of kind of escalating threats. So he starts by offering a number of nice things, and then he starts to threaten her until she finally caves in and says, yes, I'll marry him, because the consequences of saying no are pretty bad, according to what Skirtnir is saying. But before he starts threatening her, he offers her a number of things. He also offers her, in stanza 21, a ring. I shall give you a ring, the one which was burnt with Odin's young son. 8 are the equally heavy ones that drop from it every 9th night. So once again, we have that number 9 recurring that I mentioned in the last video. So Draupnir does show up quite a bit. And this is where, if you are at all familiar with the works of Tolkien, you can see the influence of Norse mythology here.
Draupnir? I bloody knew these two had nicked it. And Odin blamed me for it disappearing.
They stole Draupnir.
We didn't steal nothing. We just ungifted what never should have been gifted in the first place.
How will it help me kill Heimdall?
Never you mind all that. It's a fucking surprise. We're artistes.
But to even store Draupnir, you'd need...
You were saying?
So now you intend to kill Heimdall. Violence cannot prevent violence, Kratos. I truly thought you understood that.
No matter what you thought I understood, my son is in danger. I will not allow harm to come to him.
Oh, I'm gonna miss you, little one.
Got it! I think.
I thought you didn't believe in fate. We were all worried about your son. We need...
Enough! Heimdall's a threat, not only to Atreus, but to everyone. He's Odin's left hand, and he carries the horn that begins Ragnarok. If we have the chance to eliminate him, we
And
should...
it's just as likely a trap because the bastard knows your intentions. Kratos, I've never seen anyone so much as lay a finger on him. Not one.
Well, I gathered what's fit for gathering.
How long will it take?
We'll have to go to Svartalfheim to get the rest of the materials. Not to mention we'll have to visit the lady. Oh. Whew, that's a relief. Ow. Kratos? Whenever you're ready.
The lady?
No idea what he's on about, brother.
See you out there. Ah, time to go see the lady. I'll take it from here.
Oh, no. This whole thing were my idea. I'll speak to the lady. I never get to speak to the lady.
There are reasons for that.
Brok will go.
What? No, no, no. I have
You
to.
heard him. Quit your fretting. I ain't gonna mess nothing up. What the? No, you pimple shrimps. Think that'll keep us out? Well, think the fuck again.
What was all that then?
Oh, just Sindri trying to hog all the glory. Same old shit.
Not that. The gate. What's wrong with a bloody gate?
Most likely someone in Nidavellir been making a fuckery of the works. Probably on account of all that incursioning you got up to. But don't worry, you little dangling head. Old Brok came prepared. I got ways in and out from the old days. Gates they'd never even think to look for, on account of being stupid.
Brok, where are we?
This here's your stop. Abandoned service tunnel, direct to the forge camp. I'll meet you up there. Go on.
Brok.
And he's gone. You sure he was the right pick for this, brother?
I trust him. It's plain.
And yet so colorfully. So, tunnel for liquor and explosives. Little on the nose for dwarven culture, isn't it?
Ridiculing a culture you helped undermine. Classic Aesir.
Oh, all right. Might have earned that one.
There. You keep cooperating, maybe someday it'll be Asgard in flames.
That is not my goal.
Doesn't mean it's not their destiny.
What are you insinuating, Highness?
Not a thing.
Kratos? Kratos! Please listen. You have to let me take Brok's place. He can't talk to the lady. He mustn't.
No. Do not ask again.
But... Oh dear.
It's not his fault Atreus ran off with him. Or are you just being Brok's champion?
There it is again. You're insinuating and you know it.
Can't the smartest man alive put it together? The Giants conceal a mysterious figure who changes the fate of Ragnarok, and you're oblivious to the only rational candidate. The one who's fought wars against gods and won.
I am not their champion.
Well, we're each entitled to our opinion.
This opinion of yours, was that the reason you proposed this alliance? You expect me to lead your armies at Ragnarok? That is Tyr's job, not mine.
It's plain to see Tyr's no war god anymore.
Nor am I. I have left that life behind.
Not killing gods, you haven't. Or else what are we doing in this realm? Forging this weapon? Your choice. You know where it might lead.
I am only protecting
I know. I know. And we both know the places protecting your child can take. Atreus' mother was a giant, isn't that right?
She was one of the Jotnar.
Yes. I didn't mean she was tall as a house. I know not all giants are giants.
Not that there's anything wrong with the disparity in size, or number of limbs, say.
Nothing in the world.
I like that acknowledgement there on the part of the game developers that giant is not really a perfect translation for Jötnar because it kind of conveys this idea of largeness in terms of stature, which is not necessarily the case. There's a lot to indicate that there was not that much difference in terms of size between the Aesir, some mortals, and the Jötnar. So I really like that they are acknowledging here that, yes, this is an imperfect translation, and this is something that we scholars too have to deal with when we are trying to translate Jötnar. Giant is what we have, but it is also really, it's kind of a misleading translation. It's one that indicates this, like, that this idea of giant in terms of stature, as opposed to just another group of beings as they were in the mythology, this kind of antagonistic tribe of individuals that are kind of in opposition to the Aesir.
Why is it you ask?
I was just thinking of how Odin antagonized the giants for generations. Nearly wiped them out of existence twice. Now you may have a role to play in stopping him once and for all. Don't you think it's possible that's what your wife would have wanted?
Do not presume to know what she wanted.
I'm not saying anything you haven't thought. Her secrets haunt every step of your path, wasn't it? Maybe if you talked about your doubts, they wouldn't explode when you talked to your son.
I do not doubt. She knows what I left behind. She would never have asked that of me.
Why did she need to ask? She saw your fate. 3 of Odin's kin dead because of the path she put you on. You don't think she knew exactly what it meant, sending you to Jotunheim?
This is mere conjecture, and probably quite enough of it, Highness. We're all making an effort to cooperate here, after all.
You're right. Not for me to say.
Teamwork.
Look, I wasn't trying to provoke you or cast doubt on your marriage. It just seems to me your thoughts haven't caught up to your instincts yet. And I know something about that. When we get out of here, I'll give you some space. Let you think carefully about whether you're ready for what it means to make this weapon, and to use it. Meanwhile, I'll see what else I can learn while we're here. Maybe I'll send a few Einherjar back to Valhalla for good measure.
Well, you have fun now.
Hey, you made it! About time. I got everything all set here. Now we just gotta push on up to the fort.
Funky!
You sure did go to pains coming here, busting old Tyr loose. What a prize he turned out to be, huh? Lucid enough when it's time to steal my kitchen, though. Hang on. Almost got it. There. Well, come on in, stranger.
You never do get used to that trick.
Locals up ahead. Act civilized and hopefully nobody springs an alarm. No, quit your nattering, you snake-sucking mommy milksops with your protective gear. Ain't you never seen a legend in the flesh before?
Brother, did you notice the dwarves of the camp were twice as alarmed to see Brok than they were to see you?
They did seem surprised.
All right, hey, got another riddle for you. What gets bigger the more you take away from it?
Well, let's see. Something abstract, I expect. Appetite? No, that doesn't work.
Stump, stump.
Oh, isn't that clever? Bampot.
Ooh, that's brisk. Think I'll grab some for the lady?
Grab some what? The wind?
No, you idiot. The sound of the wind. Oh, watch and learn. See? Dwarven magic's all about the intangibles. The relationship between the stuff what you can touch and what you can't. It's about understanding.
Understanding what?
The nature of a thing's more important than the form of a thing.
So I really like this description of dwarven magic as about the intangible things. So it immediately called to mind to me the fetter that is called Draupnir that was used to bind Fenrir. And according to the mythology in Snorri's Edda, what had happened was Skirnir, who I mentioned before as Frey's messenger, was sent down to Svartalfheim, and he had dwarves make for him Gleipnir in order to bind Fenrir. And according to what Snorri tells us, Gleipnir was constructed from 6 elements: the noise of a cat's footsteps, the beard of a woman, the roots of a mountain, the sinews of a bear, the breath of a fish, and the spittle of a bird. So, intangibles.
So this lady then?
The Lady of the Forge. Ain't a more magical creature in this whole realm. Why, I've been waiting for my chance to meet her since I was knee-high to a Noken. But Sindri would never have it. Said a 2 on 2. But today's finally the day. Whoa! I got goosebumps on my bunions.
Brok, I've never seen you so reverent. Are you nervous?
What? Shut up. No, fuck you.
It does not work.
Huh? What is it this time? Oh, fuck no. Do I gotta fix everything in this dang city my own self? I'm gonna need a couple of things. Follow me. Yeesh, if this place ain't in some disrepair. It's disrespectful, I tell you. I need that axe of ours to go kiss that material out yonder. The spiky silvery stuff. You'll figure it out.
This lady, what does she do?
We'll see soon enough, won't we? I know this, though. If we're real lucky, she'll give us her blessing. Doesn't give them to every piece, but the ones she does, there's something to behold.
The axe?
Well, that particular process was a whole nother cluster hump. Maybe sometime I'll spin you that tale. Faye's the only one who ever got my highbrow sense of humor. Damn fine woman she was. Apart from her taste in men, of course. Now I need a chunk of that bronze material over by all that busted up wood. Back in those days, I get so caught up in trying to be the best that I work till I won't drop. Time goes by and there's less to do. You learn to keep your own pace. Save your extra effort for when it's personal. Like for when you finally get to show the lady who you are. Wow, Goldie, you sure did give up on that riddle in a hurry.
I give up nothing. Gets bigger the more you take away, is it?
That's right.
Sorted. It's desire.
Nope.
What do you mean, no? Desire only grows when you take away the thing you desire. All right, it's not perfect, but let's hear your answer.
Oh, you won't get it out of me that easy. All right, let's get back to business. One more crank to turn and it's on to the forge.
I see no forge.
You don't see the form of a forge, but we're going to the nature of one.
I was almost following him for a moment there.
We're good. Crank it.
Where is the forge?
Here she comes. She needs the final ingredient. The blood of a god. Give her your head. I almost forgot. Ma'am, it would be an honor if you might bless it for us. Are you, hello? Hello? The fuck was that? She acts like I weren't even here.
Mermaids don't speak to our corporeal bodies. They speak to a part of our soul. A part specifically you might be missing.
Fuck! Damn it, Sindri, you lion's cat scrubber! I knew it. I died. I fucking died! The fuck you want?
It needs a blessing.
Yeah, well, the one to give us the blessing just fucked off into the tomb.
It needs the blessing of a great blacksmith.
What? No, I can't bless shit. I don't have all my soul bits. The blessing wouldn't mean squat.
It is the nature of a thing that matters, not its form.
All right. May this weapon strike true. May it be wielded with wisdom. May it be put down when its job is done.
Let us return home.
Now you know I can't let you take our new gal home without giving her a twirl. Look, we got volunteers. That's just ain't your first time with the spear, I reckon.
It is the first weapon a Spartan learned.
What hell? Ain't this just like old times?
I wouldn't have put it more forebodingly myself.
Draupnir spear's looking pretty battle-worthy to me. Let's see if she can help us get out of here. Yep. Guess we're doing this one boy style. Listen, I appreciate what you said back there. It's good to have friends when you find out your brother's a rack-scabbing liar.
No doubt he only wished to protect you.
Weren't his call to make. The guy dies, he's got the right to know about it.
Take heart, Brok.
We all die sometime. Many of us more than once.
No, never mind all that. We gotta finish putting the spirit through her paces. Come on! Might have to get creative up ahead. Any more guesses, belt boy?
Oh, all right. Gets bigger the more you take away. Is it time? Because the more removed from events you become, the larger their scope in your memory. No, that's bollocks now that I say it. Never mind.
Today's all right. Got one last favor to ask of the both of you, and we can call us square. What happened down there in the forge with the lady? That's my story to tell, all right?
Agreed.
Well, for a period of time, perhaps.
Mimir.
Oh, very well.
Thank you, Brok. It is a good spear.
Damn straight. Reckon I see how you'll be getting down from up here. Best I find my own way back. Been too auspicious a day to end it working and forking. And I'll get those gates working for you.
I only hope Sindri's in one piece by the time Brok's done with him. The ice beneath those two is thinning up under the best of circumstances. Where is everyone?
Now a good time. I just want to talk. Dad to dad. Speaking of which, imagine my surprise when Atreus came knocking at my door. He's doing well, by the way, and will continue to do so just as long as I return to Asgard sometime soon. Besides, our friend here has a whole lot to live for.
Arguable.
Run along now, but behave yourself. New spear. Never much cared for Brok. Can't deny the dwarf's talent.
You came to speak. Speak.
You don't really want war, do you, Kratos? All that blood on your hands, on your son's hands? I want peace as much as you do. Perhaps we can find it together.
He's lying.
I know.
That boy of ours is everything I expected. So clever, kind. You sure he's yours? A kid. You really ought to be very proud. He is the key to peace in our age, to break free from all this fate and prophecy.
My son is not your key.
Oh God, do they not have metaphor in your homeland? Or rather, did they? I'm sorry, that's not fair. I know you're not the god you once were. And now is your chance to prove it.
Return my son, or you may meet the god I once was.
And what kind of god is that, Kratos? What do you even know of godhood? In your lifetimes, has anyone ever worshipped you? Ever prayed to you? Can you even imagine that kind of love? No! You don't care about mortals. You don't care about anything beyond yourself. Beyond the monster who kills without cause. You fear what you can never even hope to understand. Is it any wonder that your boy is in no rush to come back to you?
Don't listen to him, brother. He's just trying to get in your head. Superior bastard. The nerve of him showing up here. At least you rattled him as much as he rattled you.
Good timing. Let's See what Brok may do! So that's the weapon? A Draupnir spear?
The Draupnir spear.
Well, any given number of Draupnir spears, I suppose.
Come on, I found a gate. We just need to take the train down.
I do worry, though, if I'm being frank. We've crafted a weapon to kill a god. One could say you're on the verge of returning to form.
Does it scare you? Aiding another violent god?
I'm scared for you, brother. That spear could start a war. The war. If that no longer concerns you, then maybe Freya's right. Maybe the Giants had you in mind all along.
Mimir, tell me more of Yari.
After leaving his family, he wandered the realms in search of something unnameable. But in all his wondrous travels, nothing satisfied him. Until he met another wanderer in search of something similar. Unnameable. He was called Somar.
Let us find the final ingredient.
So this Draupnir spear. You're prepared to use it?
To protect Atreus. I am no one's champion but his, nor no one's god. That may be my form. It is not my nature. Do you understand?
I guess a difference of opinion is hardly the most I'm setting aside for this alliance. As long as the plan is to kill Heimdall, the rest matters little.
There's also the bit of news that Odin has some inkling of what we're up to.
I thought I heard ravens. Damn it. What did he say?
Lies, threats, and more lies. What did you expect?
You think he lies that Atreus is in Asgard?
No. On that, I'm afraid I believe him.
Then the rest matters little.
I saw a gateway near here, overlooking the bay. We can get to it with your spear, I think. This way.
A net, lungs. No, that's rubbish.
What?
Brok's bloody riddle. What gets bigger the more you take away? I can't let that blue twat beat me.
If you are this upset, he already has.
Meeting the Lady of the Forge really brought back some memories. I thought it was only in my homeland you'd see such things.
Mermaids who forge weapons.
Aye. I remember very fondly a lake nymph called Nimue. Very talented with a sword.
Mimir.
I meant that literally. Shame on you. She made the best swords in all the Isles and had big dreams about what she'd do with them one day. I wonder what became of her.
Hey, you all had me really excited for this next part, and once again, did not disappoint. So really enjoyed the incorporation of Draupnir. It was really cool. I was really wondering what they were talking about when they were kind of talking about going to see the lady. That was very cool too. So mermaids as such are not something that really appear in Norse mythology. We do have kind of water related deities. So we have Njordr and we have Ravn, but not mermaids per se. That's something that comes along in some like later folklore kind of throughout the Nordic countries. But I do really like that they incorporate bits of folklore and mythology from other traditions as well, and to use the language of the Norns, kind of weave them all together to create this really excellent story. I will say once again how masterfully Odin is portrayed. And I think that this is one of my very favorite depictions of Odin, because he is just so, I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is, but yeah, he just is someone who, he's just kind of smarmy. I don't know, maybe that's not the word, but you just kind of know like this is not somebody that you are going to trust, but he's someone who is kind of very, very careful and very, very good with his words and knows how to manipulate people. And you see what he's doing, how he's using his abilities in terms of like wisdom in the mind to manipulate Kratos and really get him exactly where he wants him and get him really kind of revved up before he comes to Asgard by playing on his relationship with Atreus and whether or not he is being a good father, which I think is deep down what he cares the most about right now is this relationship he has with his son. So Yeah, once again, amazing episode. Thank you to Santa Monica Studios for this, and thank you to Cleansed and Fire for providing this amazing gameplay for me to react to. It is awesome to be able to follow along, to see what they're doing with the mythology, how they are, like I said, weaving bits in from Norse mythology, from both the prose and poetic Eddas, as well as from later folklore and from mythologies and folklore from other cultural traditions. So. I think that's about it for now, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching.